Kelly, you were feisty. But you're speaking facts and the truth. So I appreciate that. These are all gone.
Hi guys, let's watch Matt for a minute or two.
Of course.
What does that say?
1, 6.
Oh, for tree
2,
trimming.
10. We're way past that. Morning, sir. Have a great day. It's windy.
Hey, Minnie.
Coming down the mountain this morning, it was 29 degrees. With no snow in the one area where I was, but down at the 1500 mark, there was snow in the mountains, or snow on the ground. I loved it. Okay, thingies. 1. Yes, I will. If they're still
Rose bushes are still there. I am popping into it on the other one while we're watching Matt. Getting my computer set up. Maybe if I don't knock it off my lap. Mistake. They are not in there yet. And then open. Let's see if I can get hooked up in here. How are you doing, Minnie? We gotta wait for that to sign in. Hey, Antics. Hey, Mandy Me. Well, you can hear it's being a butt. Sorry about that. We're watching Matt. I don't have it on the voice thing because it drowns out my voice. Okay, Antics. See you when you get back. Yeah, I was watching him earlier. I just have it it messed up on the picture part of it. And I asked him, he says it's okay if I restream him. Security, security, security. Yep, all of them but 9. One looks like they didn't get rid of it because it broke down. Hey, Traveltology. Hello to you, darling. Oh, well, I've got that on. I know I've got bright sunshine coming through the window. I'm sorry. Hey, Audit. How are you today? Yep, Audit was there last night. Hey, VGI. Good morning again. Yeah, I know it's a pain in the ass to have to restart the stream, you guys, but it just makes it so much better. Hey, Sophia, to have them separated. So have our morning sunshines and then have the meeting. And then in another hour or so, we'll do the Iditarod. That way they're on their own separate streams, their own separate videos. Yep, they're not on yet, Amy. I think Mandy said there's 8 or 9 of them left. Aw, thank you, Minnie. Hey, Buttercup. I'm sorry you're having to work. Ooh. Audit the other day in the meeting I did. Ooh, what are all those people doing there? Sea Org members? Oh, that's okay, Minnie. I'm so appreciative that you did. Thank you. Today's second meeting? Is there a second meeting today? My attention to detail sucks sometimes. Let me go look. Oh, the directors meeting. Yeah, there's a directors meeting today, but we don't normally get to speak or do anything on the directors meeting. Yeah, we're still waiting to sign in. Yeah, they have not started the meeting yet. Oh, okay. Only in person or written for the directors meeting? I didn't even know there ever was anything for the directors meeting. Girl, you're just way, way better at it. Ah, now this one's being cut out. There we go. Sorry. That's okay, Traveltology. They did, and they put him in the parking lot. Okay, Amy M. Amy says she's going to talk about the permits and the rose bushes. Yeah, but they're still there. They could put them back. There's all sorts of violations we can still talk about. So what I was saying though, Audit, is that I brought up the report the other day, but if you would like to um, re-talk about it, that would be good. because you sent it to TJ and TJ wasn't there the other day. It was Miss Matson. I don't think they care, Mandy. I really don't think they care about the pressure. There are, I believe there were 9 left. Somebody counted. This is uh, MD Media. All of them are gone except for a few of them on Fountain near the other road, and one on Fountain on the way to Catalina. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know if TJ gave them copies of the report. I told them about it and said that to Matson the other day. Hey, Irish, I see they're back to using their buses though. We've got Snorri next to us. Hmm. Yeah, good. I'm nodding my head and saying yes at the same time. So what do they need those yellow tents there anymore for? I know, right? I like it when Matt does that. Amy's asking you, Audit, if you're on Zoom or if you're going today. Because normally we talk and I normally know. Zoom, 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 Zoom. Yep, it is the only meeting. Yep, so they are, they're connecting right now, Amy. I'm going to close out of, eh, yeah, I'm going to close out of here. Let's go back to, oh, thank you, AZ. How sweet of you. Oh, really? You're going to be a pain in the ass today. You guys all know my email address anyways. Okay, so let's redo it here. Properties. We are waiting on them. Kathy, shh, you're always supposed to be working and you're not. That's okay. We're not going to tell. I started reading it and fell asleep on it, so I need to finish it, but isn't that just... You were bullhorning? Police Commission is tomorrow morning at 9:30 Pacific. Police Commission's Tuesday at 9:30. Yep, police is tomorrow. And as far as I know, they did not cancel it. Correct. Well, 9:30. So I usually hop on a little bit after noon, our time. So 12:30 our time is when it starts. And sometimes they open it up a little bit early, and sometimes they don't open it up until right at 9:30. Well, we'll cover it one way or the other. You do the fire, we'll do the police. We'll spread the wealth. Let's see if first of all, let's get this going where I screwed up. And then Los Angeles Police Commission. This browser, it doesn't pop up. Let's see if there is a... Yes, there is an agenda for tomorrow, so it has not been canceled. And I am looking. Donations, donations, donation, donation. Okay, so there are lots of donations on it for tomorrow. Hello, beautiful people. Hello, beautiful Daniel. Okay, we'll talk to you later, Travel. They think we're a group, and the group is called Audit LA. He who gets credit gets the blame. It's a two-sided pancake. Two-sided coin. He who gets credit also gets the blame.
How do you test?
I'm sorry for the snores, you guys. Here we go. Oh, different layout. I'm going to raise my hand so that way I am raised. Right? Yeah, we changed your name. Instead of Audit LA, we call you Awesome LA.
Audio test 1, 2, 3. Good morning to our attendees who are joining us on the virtual platform. And I do see a number of hands raised. I'm going to go ahead and go through each of the attendees who has their hands raised. And if you would kindly identify yourself and which item you'd like to speak on, if you'd like to offer public comment or commentary on any of our agendized items this morning, or record your information for the record and call upon you when we reach your item. And I'll ask first for Audit LA.
Good morning, Mr. Knight. Do you want me as a panelist?
No, I accidentally hit.
I'm like, oh, I'm getting called in. I was like, okay, but I want to talk on public comment and everything. But I just want to ask, because I know you weren't here at the last meeting, but I sent a report that I wanted the commissioners to receive. Have they received it, or they won't know what I'm talking about?
I did not receive that email. I'm still going through my email that I have received, but I haven't opened over the weekend.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I sent it Thursday night, I believe. That's when I got it. But if not, that way I'll just let them know it's coming. But I didn't know whether to talk on whether or not, from a point of whether or not they know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Audit LA, I have you down for public comment and items 1 and 2 this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you. Jill, good morning.
General public comment.
Only public comment this morning?
Yes, thank you.
Very well. I have you down for public comment. I'm going to go ahead and lower your hand and put you back on mute. Miriam, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Public comment, please.
Thank you. I have you down for public comment. And I'm going to go ahead and put you back on mute. Mona M., good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Knight. Public comment this morning, please.
Very well. I have you down for public comment, Mona. I'm going to go ahead and put you back on mute. And we'll move next to Gigi. Gigi's phone. Good morning.
Good morning, TJ. I'd like to do general public comment.
Very well. I have it down for public comment, Gigi. I'm going to lower your hand.
I know, Miriam,
And
he got
is
your
there
name
anyone
right
else
first
who
try.
is joining us on the virtual platform who wishes to offer public comment or commentary on any of our agenda items this morning? If so, please raise your hand. Identify yourself for the record and which item you'd like to speak on. It is 9:50. I will make another call out for attendees who wish to offer commentary at about 9:58, and we should get started with the meeting right at 10 o'clock this morning. Thank you so much.
Hopefully they're going to have a short meeting today, besides us talking. Yeah, the Audit LA gang. It's hard to do on your phone, Audit. It's hard to put the as or the @ sign and tag somebody on your phone. I haven't figured out how to do it yet. Yeah, so we'll just have to read, hey Jess. there's all sorts of new, there's all sorts, it's not new. It's the permits, the parking, the planners are still there. They're just not on the easement. The planner dirt is crappy. The planner fines and the fees, all sorts of stuff. The street vacation that that they paid a lawyer to try and get through. Street vacation is huge. Oh no! Oh, VGI, that sucks. Oh no! He says he dropped his phone and his car keys in the dog's water bowl. Hey, Amanda. See, I've tried that and it doesn't work on my iPhone, Amanda. There you go. That's cool, Jess. That's exactly right. Working on the email about non-city issued no parking signs. Yep, that's perfect. And if you don't want to call in and you want to email, that's perfect.
Audio test. This is an audio test for the YouTube audio stream of the Board of Public Works hearing in the Board of Public Works hearing room. Today is March 5th, 2025.
I've always like when you're doing it on the computer, it automatically types in the rest of it and you click on it. Oh, dog, you stink so bad. I know those CPRAs are like they can be good or a snooze fest. They can definitely be bedtime reading material. Yeah, it is. It's hard for me too. I know Audit uses her phone for just about everything, and I just don't know. Okay. Danny, what we were laughing about was um some somebody was telling us about Dodge's dancing in that little contest that he was doing. And instead of writing twerking, they accidentally wrote tweaking. And I think it was Antics that did it. It was somebody that did it. Anyways, it was funnier than hell. So we were all laughing about the new rumor. 80 some of them, Ganja. 86, I think. And hello. The last count were 86 rose bushes. I don't know how they got 86 rose bushes. Hey, Eyes to See. You can. I mean, you only get a minute anyways. Hey, Antics. I actually have a leftover soda from my food yesterday because I don't drink soda very often because of the caffeine in it, and I'm like going blah, 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 blah. not used to caffeine, other than my little coffee in the morning. Yep, and there are still 9 planters left. Yep, that's where they're left, is on Fountain Avenue.
Good morning once again to our attendees who are joining us on the Zoom platform. I have received indications from Audit LA, Jill, Miriam, Mona, and Gigi that they wish to offer public commentary and commentary on our items this morning. I do see a couple of additional hands raised. I'm going to go ahead and ask Yvonne to unmute yourself. Good morning, Yvonne. Would you like to offer commentary on our items this morning?
Good morning, Ted. Yes, general comment and multiple agenda items.
Thank you. I have you down for public comment and items 1 and 2.
Thank you.
I'm going to go ahead and lower your hand. Eyes to see. Good morning. Oops, I think I accidentally unmuted you after I think I accidentally muted you after I unmuted you. Sorry about that. Eyes to see.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, hello, everyone. I hope you're having an amazing day. I just wanted to bring up today for historical reasons.
So I apologize for interrupting.
Oh, sorry.
The meeting has not yet begun. I'm just going through the
Oh,
who would like to
okay.
offer commentary?
Yes, sir.
Would you like to offer commentary, public comment this morning?
Yes, public comment.
Very well. I have you down for public comment, and I will call upon you when we get to public comment. Thank you.
Thank you.
Georgina McPhee, good morning.
Good morning. Public comment?
Very well. I have you down for public comment. I'm going to go ahead and lower your hand. If there are any other members of the audience who are attending via Zoom who wish to offer public comment, please go ahead and raise your hand. I do see Mr. Brenton Williamson, who has raised his hand on the Zoom platform. My understanding is that, good morning, Mr. Williamson.
Good morning. I'm just here for agenda item number 2, in case there are any questions on board.
Okay, excellent. I'm going to go ahead and promote you to panelist, Mr. Williamson. If you provide input on item 2, if you'd be so kind, if you have the ability to turn on your video and participate as a panelist using your video, that'd be awesome. All right. If there are any other members of the public who wish to offer commentary on any of our items this morning or public comment, please raise your hand at this time. Thank you.
Jess, we don't know the circumstances behind the removal. We can just assume and guess. But if the city would have done it, you think the city would have brought in dump trucks and put them in the back of dump trucks, not put them in the parking lot. So I'm assuming it was Cult of Scientology that did it. Hey, Sue. Yep, they're supposed to be paying the fines. Of course, we don't know that they weren't paying the fines or were paying the fines beforehand. Yeah, that's the second point.
Recording in
They're now in
progress.
record mode.
They wouldn't have done it in the
Welcome
middle of the
everyone
night. Hey,
to
Rika.
the Board of Public Works meeting for Monday, March 3rd. Mr. Knight, if you'd like to take roll call and establish quorum for us, please.
Very well. Good morning, President Corson, Vice President Chavez, President Pro Tem Grant, Commissioner Kang, and Commissioner Mitchell are present. We do have a quorum.
That
We're
was
also
my
joined by
question
City
too,
Attorney
Jess.
Representative Thomas Costello Vega. I'm TJ Knight with the Board of Public Works. President Corson, we have 8 public commenters and 2 multiple agenda item commenters on the Zoom platform this morning, and we have no neighborhood council commentary and no one in our hearing room this morning.
Thank you, Mr. Knight. We'll start with general public comment, which is an opportunity for the public to address the board on public interest items. We've provided up to 1 minute per person for a cumulative total of 10 minutes for the general public comment segment of each regular meeting. Testimony shall be limited in content matters which are within the subject matter jurisdiction of the board. The board may not take any action on matters discussed during the public comment period.
Thank you, President Corson. We'll go ahead and start with Audit LA. Audit LA, go ahead. You have 60 seconds to offer public comment.
Good morning, everybody. I sent TG Knight's going to be forwarding, hopefully, a report that I submitted that it's 71 pages, an actual CASP report on the area around Church of Scientology for all the ADA violations. The report is 71 pages long. A lot of the violations falls on the Church of Scientology, the cult of Scientology, but a lot of it also falls on this city. So I am bringing this to Public Works since is definitely under your purview. And I'm hoping that, and to let you know, the planters are gone for the most part. There's only very few left. I guess Scientology got wind of this report, an official report, and they did finally, thank you God, remove these planters. It is like L. Ron Hubbard is free. But there's still a lot of work to do. And I'm going to ask that you guys please continue the work to make that area, to make the city ADA compliant. But now that we have an actual report.
Thank you. Thank you, Audit LA. We'll move next to Jill. Jill, go ahead. You have 60 seconds.
Yeah, I'm good. Though it's a terrific thing that the planters were removed. It should not have taken this long, and really riding you guys to do it. Though I don't think that you really had any part in it. I would also like to know that underneath was such filth that they had to use so much water and wasted so much water resources to power wash that absolute black mold-like looking appearance that was left on the sidewalk after they were removed. There are also some left on Fountain, about 8 to 9 left. They should be also removed. And there's the bushes, the rose bushes are still there. There needs to be a plan put in place to prevent them from doing these inappropriate planter placements, because I bet you behind your back in the thick of the night, they're going to sneak them back on again. And I hope that you do something the next time they do it. Thank you. Bye.
We'll move next to Miriam. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you. So hill has frozen over and the fat lady has sank and the planters are being removed, every last bit of them right now. I don't know if you had anything to do with it, but at least we did our best to try and influence the progress. Now we can focus on other things. For example, the street vacation. And based on the CPRA request that we have received back, they are doing currently a smear campaign trying to talk about aggressive protesters on L. Ron Hubbard Way. I truly hope this will not influence on the street vacation process and it will be denied rather sooner than later. That's all. Thank you.
We'll move next to Mona M.
Thank you, Mr. Knight. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, thank you. I'd like to further on with the planters. There are still 9 left that are still ADA violations and in the way of people trying to park along Fountain Avenue. The planters, there are about 50 of them in one of the parking lots, which where'd the other 200 go? Kind of curious about that. They got moved in the middle of the night, imagine that. So I know the city didn't do it. And where did all of that dirt go? The dirt that was in the planters was questionable on where the dirt came from. So kind of wondering where all of that is, where all of the fines went, where all your money is. Questions, questions, questions. Thank you. I yield back my time.
We'll move next to Gigi. Go ahead, Gigi.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So now that the majority of the planners are gone, and hopefully the rest are gone, I hope that there are still fees and fines that the Scientology is responsible for. Just because they finally months later decide to move them, they still violated citations. That's not fair if they get away with it. So please keep up with things, make sure that they get fined for what they do, and find a way to stop this from happening in the future. And please get rid of the 86 thorny bushes that are in violation too on Catalina. Like, that's ridiculous. Those have been there just as long. So get rid of those and no street vacation. There's a hospital right there. It makes no sense at all. In fact, there should be parking on L. Ron Hubbard. Like, that would help the hospital a lot. That would help traffic a lot. You could make money off those meters. Like, look into that. But
Thank you.
that's it.
60 seconds. We'll move next to Yvonne.
Thank you, Ted. Yes, I'd like to continue on with the CPRA information that was provided to the closed hearing, provided by a lawyer on behalf of the respondent Scientology, was information that involved third parties such as Audit LA, and she was not notified that her name was brought up in the hearing. She was not allowed the courtesy of being able to respond.
Right
And
on.
in such cases in the future, I hope the policy of closed meetings include the requirement when third parties are mentioned, they are duly informed so that they can take the appropriate administrative actions, possibly civil suits, and take it up with the Bar of California. The attorney was inappropriate in his filings, and you should not support such behavior. I also want to ask that all.
We'll move next to Eyes to See. Eyes to See.
Greetings, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to talk. I just had one point I wanted to bring up since Department of Public Works has something to do with streets and the ordinance of streets. I wanted to bring up that the children of Scientology actually, with their own little hands, built the street in front of the Scientology Blue Building. Children like Lara FM, that's her internet name, also known as Megan Anderson, and more children built that street. I just wanted to put that out there. Thank you for hearing me today. I yield back my time.
And Georgina.
Hi, thank you. I'm thrilled that most of the planners are gone. However, there are still several still out there on Fountain Avenue. They've caused damage to the sidewalk. They're blocking ADA compliance. They're blocking parking with, you can't open your passenger doors without hitting one. So I still want those fined and removed. But the main thing I want to address is the fact of the continuous street closures by Scientology on L. Ron Hubbard Way. It's got to stop. It's greatly impacting traffic flow in the area. It's been incessant and it's been abused, and it needs to be halted. Why is there not parking on L. Ron Hubbard Way? There are two hospitals in very close proximity there, and that parking would be greatly utilized by them. I think if we put in metered parking, we could have 50 meters at least on L. Ron Hubbard Way and earn 1,000 to possibly 2,000 a day. It would pay for those.
That's 60 seconds. Thank you, Georgine. President Corson, that concludes public comment this morning.
Thank you, Mr. Knight. With that, we'll close the general public comment portion of today's meeting and move on to multiple agenda items public comment. The board will also provide an opportunity for members of the public wishing to speak on more than one agenda item during multiple agenda item comment for up to 1 minute per item. Today will be for a total of up to 2 minutes. This is the only time to speak on more than one agenda item.
Thank you, President Corson. We'll go ahead and get started with Audit LA. Audit LA, you have 2 minutes. Please identify which item you're speaking on.
Well, there's only two, right? So I'm going to do both of them. Anything to do with contracts. Okay, I've been saying this for a while. I know eyes roll when I bring up the thing that I'm concerned about slave labor. We think it doesn't exist, but it does. Like one company or one organization or one cult, whatever, could get a contract, okay, for a lot of money, taxpayer money, but then you don't know what they are paying their people, whether it's permits or contracts, and it happens. I saw yesterday that there's you guys have given a contract permit for L. Ron Hubbard to be repaired. And yesterday there was a person making $47 a week vacuuming the street. Yes, vacuuming. And so, the fact that this is allowed to continue and allowed to be done in our city just gives me grave concern that we are not monitoring to making sure that the companies themselves are not participating in anything like that. Because it's not just the cult of Scientology that abuses and uses slave labor. There's others. There's other cases coming up. You could Google it. Because I was shocked to find out that even could go on in America, but it is. And there's a lot of people being taken advantage of, different communities being taken advantage of. And it needs to be, so I'm going to keep it on the radar for every contract. Also, that you guys, you spread the love and make sure that different, women but business owned, different, any challenge in any group can have a chance at the, a slice of the pie. That it's not just going to the same contractors who have, maybe been established forever. Let everybody have a chance and don't keep falling for, oh, this, okay, it's the low bid, but then they come back and want more money. So that's another thing I want to put on there. Make sure these
2
people,
minutes.
they take.
We'll move next to Yvonne. Yvonne, you have 2 minutes to offer multiple agenda item commentary. Please identify which item you're speaking on. Go ahead.
Thank you, Ted. Item number 1 is the list for acceptable contractors to participate in the bidding process. 3 of those named are previously fined $3,000, $5,000, and $5,000. There's no indication whether or not those fines were collected or not, and what the justification was. It lists just simply the cause of the fine being illegal substitutions. Was that an employee that wasn't paid properly? Who knows? Number 2, this contract conclusion, hopefully, is when you were deciding whether or not to put a fine on a company for behavior that, quite frankly, your contract administration program manager did not catch the problem early enough to make an immediate correction. That's an inspection problem. So therefore, you feel maybe you shouldn't put the whole fine on the onus of the contractor. That's a good question to ask yourselves. When is it a program management problem and when is it a contractor problem? This time it's a both problem. L. Ron Hubbard Way, you've been collecting parking tickets on signs that are illegal.
Speaker, this
Are you
item is
gonna
not about
refund
L.
the
Ron
money?
Hubbard Way. Please stick to the agenda items for agenda item.
The agenda item is about fines, and the fines for parking tickets are collected by your department. Those departments need to refund the public for all the parking tickets that were illegally given. Thank you.
President Corson, that concludes multiple agenda item commentary for this morning's meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Knight. With that, we'll close the multiple agenda item public comment for today's meeting and move on to the approval of minutes from Friday.
Okay, leaving the voice portion. We'll watch as they go on here. We can just finish talking a little bit. Good job, everyone. Good job, Ganja, Jill, Amy, Yvonne, Audit, Miriam, Eyes to See. Who was that last person? Was that you, Antix? Great job, everybody. Yeah, hell has frozen over. Yeah, Yvonne always does a great job. And don't tell me I'm off topic. They're about fines, the fines that have been collected, the parking tickets that have been collected all these years. Yeah, that's Georgina. There you go. That's the name. Yep. Great job, you guys. And Minnie, absolutely no worries about calling in or not being able to call in. Thanks for just being here with us. If somebody can't call in or doesn't want to call in, that's okay. You're gonna have to sit on the couch with Peter. Got to sit on the couch for timeout with Peter. But he doesn't bite, and he's a nice guy or girl. You know, I thought of it after we were talking earlier today. The I, you, he, she, we, it, they, me, you, him, her, us, it, them. I don't care what your pronoun is. I really don't. Sitting on the couch with Peter. There you go. Okay, you guys. I'm doing one more live in another hour or so. Peter and Minnie sitting on the couch. Gigi McPhee. Yep, and Ganja. I didn't forget. I'm sorry, I forgot to say Ganja. Peterina. You guys are a hoot. Hoot, hoot. Scoot, scoot. Okay, I will see you back. We're going to do the Iditarod restart at about 2:50 my time. Minnie, come listen to the dogs howl. They're getting ready to go on their 1,000-mile run. We don't always, I say it in my head. I say it in my head, Ganja. I usually do the Gigi, Jill, Audit, Merjam, Muriel. I run it through in my head. That was fun. You did a great job, YRB. You're a force to be reckoned with. Okay, well, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Thank you.